This is the beautiful bathroom, beautiful shower. I love these Mandarin bathrobes too. They're always amazing. And you have a bathtub here with a beautiful view. These curtains open automatically when you walk in the room. So you got a great view of all. This is the bridge that connects Macau to Taipa. That's the famous Space Needle of Macau where you could go bungee jump, one of the world's highest. I love the Mandarin. The service here is truly incredible. They have amazing classy touches. This is a welcoming gift, for example. Gucci phone charger. You guys are the best here. It's such great service. The Mandarin does a lot of things like that that make your experience absolutely incredible. For example, they also have a concierge here, and they have a SIM card that they can give you when you get here so that you can, have internet while you're here in Macau. They also have internet in the car ride that they take you to from the ferry terminal to here. I absolutely love the Mandarin. We stay here whenever we can, and all of them are amazing, but the one in Macau, special place to our heart because, of course, it's Macau. Up bright and early, which I love being up early. I think it's a great schedule to be on if you're a poker player. It's kind of counterintuitive. I go against the grain. I think most people get up at like 2 p.m. and stay up super late. I actually like doing the opposite. I like getting up early and having a great morning and really empowering myself to play my best during the day. I take a quality over quantity approach, and if I just live my life. If I can get into a great game, that's awesome. Last night I was playing in a pretty big high stakes game in Macau, and I ended up quitting, even though there was a straddle and an extra VIP sat down, but it was 10 o'clock. I had got up at 5:30 a.m. I traveled to Macau yesterday. I was tired, and I was like, you know what? It's just not worth like pushing myself that extra 2 or 3 or 4 hours for my hourly in this game. I don't need to do that. Like, I could just enjoy my life, get up early, go on a swim, live a normal life in the midst of playing poker. And I feel like for me, that balance is really what makes me happy, and also just allows me to play better when I do play. So I'm gonna share a bit about my morning routine and take this day as it comes. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I might get into a big game, I might not get in at all. But this is sort of a little bit of the life of a high stakes poker player in Macau. You really don't know what you're gonna get on any given day, which I guess is what makes it so exciting. I spend the first part of my day getting myself ready to be in the best state of mind possible to play for the rest of the day. And luck is where preparation meets opportunity. This morning I'm gonna prepare. Hopefully some opportunity comes. I'm at the Mandarin breakfast buffet. I love to just spend the mornings here and kind of just let it go. I also like to eat really healthy. What I eat for all my meals is really important to me, and staying cognitively in my best state of mind possible and mentally sharp is super important. Basically a lot of vegetables. This is braised cabbage with mushrooms. This is mushrooms and artichoke, some smoked fish, pickled vegetables. I also drink pu'er tea while I'm here. It's a Chinese tea, super strong. I love it. It's one of my favorite teas, great for digestion. Also just great for feeling like alert and strong. That's a little bit about my health routine, my breakfast routine. I think basically in short, you should consult a functional medicine doctor if you really want to get on that next level about your own personal health. That really worked well for me. Having a specialist oversee my situation and get me on the right perfect diet plan for my body, as well as a supplement plan that really worked well for me as well. And also just being your own doctor in the sense of knowing your own body, like trying things out and seeing what works well for you. When do you feel great? When do you feel lethargic? And like really trying to pinpoint what each food and what each thing that you put into your body does for your overall mental state of mind and your performance. That's gonna go a long way to help you with your poker game. So I'm outside the win. I just listed myself for the game. 300, 600 should start soon. 1K, 2K is already running. Game is crazy, it's impossible to get in. Also, I'm so much less willing to bend my life for the game, like I mentioned earlier, and to get in that game and to play in that game, it's just you gotta dedicate everything to poker. While I'm out here in Macau, I'm also busy, I'm coaching, I'm filming content, I'm running a business. I wanna have time for myself to pursue my other goals. Like I like to study Italian in the morning and just have a little bit of a normality. And so I didn't make it in time to the game today, but I'm not fretting it to me. Anyway, I'm a walking film production crew today. I got my camera, this camera, my other bag, and I'm meeting a fan right now, and we're gonna film an episode of Ask Alec right here on the boardwalk before I go in to play the game. So we got good news and bad news. The bad news is that I lost this session. I played a really tough hand, actually 2 tough hands, and I just found myself in spots where my opponents had the top of their range. They basically just had the best hand they could have, and I bluffed off one hand where I feel really confident about my bluff, and I ended up in a spot where I had a really strong made hand and opponent just ended up having the nuts. The hand was pretty interesting. Let's see, so VIP opens in early position to 1500 at 300, 600. I make it 6K and in mid position with pocket kings, and he calls. Flop comes 10-7-7, rainbow. He checks. I bet really small, like 4K, so like a third of the pot. I wanted to bet small here because I want to keep my range wider, and I also want to maybe induce him to make a play at the pot. So maybe make him think that I'm on 2 overcards or that I have a weak hand. And also a lot of times when you bet big, they're like 9 or 10K. If they have nothing, they're gonna fold. But when you bet small, it might convince them to do something silly that they otherwise wouldn't have done. Maybe he gets out of line with something like Queen Jack of Hearts and just goes for it. Maybe he check raises for value with a hand like Jacks or Queens, or even a 10 that he wouldn't have otherwise done that with. So I think betting small there is good, not just for my range, but also exploitatively for the specific hand that I have against this particular opponent. He ends up check raising to 18K, and I'm not loving it because he might have a 7, but at the same time, this is kind of what I set the hand up for. I also have one of the best hands I can have here. There's absolutely no way I could fold on the flop. If I'm folding kings, I'm gonna be way too exploitable here. I might as well just show him that I'm never gonna have a calling range. He could just check raise bluff me all the time. I end up calling, and the turn comes to 3, bringing a flush draw. He bets 45K, and I have like 80K behind. So, or I have, no, 86K behind. So I think for a while, and you know, I lose to a 7, so if he has a suited 7X combo or pocket 10s, I do lose to those hands. But I beat 8-9, and I beat some bluffs. He maybe's getting out of line with Jacks or Queens or a 10, and you know, maybe he has like overs with backdoor hearts or like ace queen of hearts or something like that, and he's just going for it. So I put it in, and he tanks for a long time, and now I'm like, please call, please call. You know, he has, you know, like a few outs with a heart draw or something like that. He calls, river comes a 3, I show my hand confident, and he turns over 7-8 offsuit for not only the tank call, but the slow, anyway, it was brutal. So I lost that hand. Anyway, I had to cut this session short. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in a comment below. Did I fish it out or did I play well? I would love to know your thoughts. Sometimes you can't always be right. That's poker. I'm human. And also, it's just part of the game. Sometimes you got to accept losing. I had to cut this session short. I got a coaching session this afternoon, and I really got to focus for that. So instead of rebuying and going back in the game, I'm taking an hour off. I went to eat, and then I got to get prepared for a 6-hour session in the afternoon. So it's a super long day today, but I love it. It's super energetic, and it's awesome. And you know what? The fact that I lost at poker isn't really bothering me that much because I had so many other things that happened today. That kind of takes the pressure off succeeding at poker because I'm never going all in on that specific activity for a long extended period of time. I'm just kind of balancing that out with other things. Leave your thoughts in a comment below. I gotta go coach. Hope you enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, I can't take you to the lesson, but I will update you in future Ask Alec videos with some of the content that that we discussed that I think is really valuable and gonna help your game as well. Like this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. It's the best way to stay tuned when more awesome content comes your way from Macau, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.